Now, our final speaker for this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, is a young lady who argues for a living. So look out, affirmative team. She's coming at you right now. As a lawyer for Clayton Utz, she's passionate about inspiring and mentoring young women to succeed in business while still maintaining their work-life balance. If she ruled the world, however, her first order of business, do you remember this one? Is to remove all candid, badly cropped, Instagram filtered and selfie profile pictures from LinkedIn. Now, be honest, hands up if your profile picture is getting the boot when she rules the world. Come on. Few of you out there. Look, I'm just putting it out to you for a very small fee. I will take professional photographs of you. I've got my Canon quick shot in my handbag. Just come and see me before the debate finishes. Please welcome our final speaker of the day to bring it all home. Ladies and gentlemen, the very persuasive photo snob, Cassandra Heilbronn.
Ladies, you've just heard from the affirmative team on the reasons why you are missing out. The reason being, you. I disagree, and I'm going to convince you that you're not the reason you're missing out. Of course, all of this will be done through my Generation Y powers of persuasion, complete with the standard Generation Y Twitter disclosure of all opinions are mine, not of my employer. Any references to people and organisations are not paid endorsements. Now that we have that settled, let's get down to the real issue today of why we, as successful, intelligent career women, are missing out. I'm not going to convince you that the affirmatives team argument is wrong through attacking Sheryl Sandberg in her book, because that is easy. She has it all. I am a lawyer. I'm going to tell you about that technical aspect of this argument. And when you realise you are not the problem, you are the solution to the issue of missing out. You are brilliant, you are successful, and you are leaning in all just fine. What I am going to do is look behind what Sheryl is trying to say with the concept of leaning in and the underlying message of what is impeding the progression of women in getting a spot at the table. As they say, what is that bloody red tape that is holding us back? Every day, all of you women approach your work and life full of ambition. You certainly wouldn't be adopting that Facebook motto of near enough is perfect. No. All of you are striving for perfection on a daily basis. You are doing everything in your power to be recognised, taking steps forward in your career and balancing your family life with charity and work. So for those of you who want to be at the top and have a seat at that table, what is stopping you from getting that promotion? Why are you missing out? What is that bloody red tape keeping you from getting what you want? The answer is, it's the system. It's the culture. It's the lack of people challenging the status quo. It's the failure of organisations to lean in. That's what we need to change. The affirmative team says that as individuals, we need to lean in, put our hands up, do what we love, and let everyone know our worth. Sheryl Sandberg describes this as niceness with insistence, being relentlessly pleasant, which requires smiling frequently, expressing appreciation and concern, and invoking common interests. Thankfully, she also realised the paradox in advising women to change the world by adhering to traditional and well-worn rules and expectations. Yes, we do need to be authentic, but it's so much more than that. We don't need to conform to male ideologies. The affirmative team are all successful. They are all CEOs. Rosemary is even the 2013 Telstra Australian Businesswoman of the Year. Women, including my opposition, have been successful long before this buzzword of leaning in came in 2 years ago. These women are successful because of their extraordinary talent and intellect, but also because they have the support of their families and co-workers, and even more pertinent, the support of an organisation that encourages growth and development for women. That is what we need. The ripple effect starts here. This is the key to not missing out. Organisations leaning in. Now that this concept is raising awareness of the issue of gender equality, there needs to be action after the reaction. But how do we change this? Now, I will concede that Australia has better access to flexible working arrangements and paid maternity leave. Australia is miles ahead of America in the development of women, even more so with the introduction of gender reporting and women like Elizabeth Broderick taking a stand. I am proud that as a country, the issue of women missing out and the pushy, "you're not maternal" stigma associated with those who are successful is being recognised. It's still not enough. Women are still being discriminated against. There are still claims being made based on denials following requests for flexible working arrangements and applications for extended maternity leave. These women are missing out and resigning because they have no choice. These women aren't choosing, like Sara, to recline and lean back. These women are being forced out due to the system and their culture. Now, with the utmost respect to every male CEO and executive in this room, the majority of your mothers were stay-at-home mums. Unfortunately, unconscious bias has been in the system long before the start of careers. The lack of women at the table isn't due to egotistical males. This is about familiarity. Organisations are not familiar with women being at the top. We can change this status quo so we don't miss out. Target the high schools, target the university students, target the graduates, and target all of Generation Y. Build a change so that there is equality. Talk to your brothers, talk to your sons, and talk to your co-workers. It's not about grand gestures, it's about the little changes. Sheryl Sandberg has it all. She's got a career and family life, and it all works. Why? Because her boss is Generation Y. Mark Zuckerberg understands that women are equals. We can be at the table. We can be a fantastic mum and a loyal wife all at the same time. His mother is a successful psychiatrist. Mark is living proof that the systemic change will come through my generation. We are not familiar with unconscious bias. We are familiar with husbands staying at home, looking after the children. We are familiar with women being the breadwinners, and we embrace this challenge. Because of Mark, we have a female who makes it all work, and she is the Chief Operating Officer and a board member of the company of the 21st century. So ladies, let me repeat. You are not missing out because of you. Get rid of the victim blaming. Let's all take a step back and look at how we can create a change and help each other out. Be the change you want to see. Empower other women and men. It's not just about your personal worth, it's about everyone's personal worth. Help the lady in that office next to you get to her kids' swimming carnival. Don't use it to your advantage. Remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. Take charge. Be that person you dreamed of. Create a change for your daughters and your granddaughters. Change the views of men so they understand and challenge the status quo. Don't just lean in, act like a schoolgirl, smiling relentlessly and then expect a change. Smack down that unconscious bias. Kick out those systemic issues. Kick out those women and change those views who fail to empower each other. Challenge that status quo, because the fact is we're not missing out because we are not leaning in. We're leaning in just fine. We need organisations to lean in too so we don't continue to miss out. Now everyone, grab your glasses and take a stand. We're going to toast. Stand up. Today we're toasting to the women creating a change. To the women, like my opposition, who have a seat at the table. To the women who will have a seat at the table. And to the women who, when we wake up of a morning, the devil shakes in his chair and says, crap, she's up. Cheers.